Hi, friends. I just wanted to do a little video about doing parasite cleanses. And so I self diagnosed myself with sinus, some type of what I thought was a sinus parasite. And I have all sorts of strange things. Anyways, um, parasites tend to disintegrate quite quickly, but I don't know if you could see this. So it took me a long time to get my video to show, but basically it was like and I know this is disgusting, but it was basically like this, um, you know, I don't know, 10 foot or not, 7 inches maybe, and it disintegrates. So people are like, well, just get a um, parasite test. And the thing is, a lot of labs aren't trained in analyzing a parasite. This. I thought I had a bad sinus infection, but I think it was some, or maybe it's something to do with also a parasite. And I wanted to document it, but I got to say within seconds, parasites disintegrate, and like it all kind of congeals, and it's part of its adaptation to be able to survive in humans. It's like it's like Satan. There's no such thing as Satan because you can't. It's hard to track. Um, and what made me wonder if I had a sinus parasite was so years ago, I was just having really bad sinus infection. And so I went to an EMT that was impossible to get to. Like it wasn't hard to get to physically, but it was very difficult to get an appointment. And it was like the really busy ear, nose, and throat clinic. And it's weird because it was the only one in this little city. And and it's like, why is there only one place? And they, it's like you have to wait in line, and they make it so you can't even see them. They're like, oh, we don't want to see you. So I had to like really persist, and I heard other patients also had to really demand to get an appointment with an ENT. And the thing is, a lot of us have sinus issues. A lot of us have something, and we're just trying to figure it out. And that the like an ear, nose, and throat clinic won't make itself available to people who have insurance and who have a legitimate issue. Is just, I think it's morally reprehensible. Like uh, anyway. And so I asked if they're, after they did this examination, and the guy like whipped the little camera or whatever, whipped it out of my nose. It was like so rude. But I was like, I kind of wondered if it's like and I didn't know anything about sinus parasites or whatever. I didn't think it was possible. I was like, please don't let such a thing be possible. But he was like, oh no, your sinuses are great. As a matter of fact, they look really great. So it's like making me feel like I'm completely insane. Even though I've had like really bad sinus infections at the time, and just now. Um, and Anyway, so I was like, oh, I guess I don't have sinus, parasites, and I didn't want to have parasites in my sinuses. So I was like, okay. And then the the issue came up again, and I heard about this infection called strongyloidiasis. So it's a strongyloides, and when I looked up strongyloides and this other type of parasite, I can't remember if it's a threadworm, but the type of stuff I keep noticing, it looked a lot like strongyloides. And anyway, so I've been, just making, tracking things, and it's like I'll see teeny, 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 teeny little microscopic looking worms. They're not microscopic, obviously, but just teeny, teeny little threads, maybe a 16th of an inch. And then different little like maybe a quarter inch, a little over a quarter inch type of stuff, and then sesame seeds type of stuff. So I'm like, you know, I think that's what it is. And so anyways, just like I was blowing my nose just now, just I had this really bad sinus infection, just incredibly painful sinuses, probably one of the worst. And I had been taking my microbe formulas, Para 2 actually. I wasn't even doing Para 1, the Mimosa pudica. But yeah, so I'm hoping what this and I know it's so disgusting, but I just kind of want to let other people know who are, having to kind of do reverse archaeology on parasites and these parasite infections because no doctors are helping, and a lot of the local alternative practitioners don't have a clue, and they're just there to spend as much of your money as possible. Um, and I don't know what else, but I just wanted to tell you maybe there are serious sinus parasites, and that might be, as unpleasant and as the last thing that we ever want is like parasites close to our brain. But maybe that's an issue. So, anyways, I just wanted to document this like see-through worm. I think. I mean, how else? How else could it? It was this one tube like thing, and uh, and when it was coming out, it was like this long, and it took maybe 7 seconds or something for it to become a mucousy clump of a gel. So it requires your human your hydration. It's taking hydration from you, and I have a problem with that. Like I don't hydrate well. It just passes through me, and I'm wondering if it's all these parasites. And it's a process. Let me tell you, I've been doing maybe like working on these parasites off and on again for a few months, or not a few months, maybe like a couple of years. And I've always been doing what I could to do something that was antiparasitic, like eating papaya, eating organic pumpkin seeds, because you want organic pumpkin seeds because pumpkins are heavily sprayed, so you want to avoid the pesticides. So I would do organic pumpkin seeds and different herbs, to try to be not so hospitable to parasites. So, anyways, this was the first big release in my sinuses that I've had, which is incredible. So, anyways, thanks for watching.